Alright, what is going on, guys? I got my team and his team written down. I tried recording this, but then I forgot to put down his Z users, so here we go. His team is Infernape with Emus, Drati with Emus, and Staraptor with Emus. The rest of his team is Mamoswine, Primarina, Linoon, Electrode, Mega Latias, Go-Go, and Claydol. My team is Zygarde 50%, Ferrothorn, Entei, Cofagrigus, Roman Fan, Mega Aerodactyl, Necrozma, Skuntank, Vaporeon, Rabombi, and Donphan. And we're going to go ahead and get into this team builder right here. And first up, we got St. Bernard, or Entei, with Extreme Speed, Flare Blast, Stomping Tantrum, and Toxic. We have enough speed to outspeed a Jolly Mamoswine that is max speed. And I was gonna go ahead and try and speed tie with his Staraptor, and Jirachi, but at the same time, I wanted to really wanted to run extreme speed to help out with things like Latias, which honestly didn't help out even. But honestly, I didn't really know any other better ideas, so I went with extreme speed. Toxic is there to catch things like the Megalodios. Flare Blitz is just there for stab, and then Mamoswine covers things or not Mamoswine, Stomping Tantrum covers things like Infernape or Primarina neutrally, or Electrode. Next up is a Double Dance Necrozma with Weakness Policy. We got, or Rock Polish Necrozma with Weakness Policy, I should say. We got Sword Power, Rock Polish, like I said, like 3 times already. Earth Power to hit things like Jirachi, and what else is there? I guess, Infernape if it's not boosted. And then Dark Pulse is just there for the Megalodios. We got enough speed to outspeed, I believe it was Timid Max Speed Primarina. Even though I personally prefer Modest, and you will probably end up running Modest most of the time. However, you don't really know your opponent half the time, and it's just safe to better safe than sorry. Even though this isn't really the first time I've battled Nintendo. Next up is a Rock Polish Mega Aerodactyl. Now, why would you bring Rock Polish when it's literally the fastest? When the fastest thing on his team speed ties with it. The reason being is the fastest thing on his team is Electrode, so I'm a little bit worried about him bringing a Choice Scarf Electrode just to guarantee he outspeeds the Aerodactyl. Earthquake is there to hit the Aerodactyl, like I said. Crunch is there for the Megalodios, and also it lets me run Adamant with the Aerodactyl, which really helps out. We 60 in speed guarantees we outspeed Megalodios, and then Stone Edge is just for stab. Next up is our Ferrothorn named Hug Me. Now, why would, and this is to guarantee take on the Primarina and the Linoon. Power Whip is there to hit the Primarina because we don't hit it otherwise. I probably should have brought Leechini on this in hindsight, but the battle's already done, so maybe if I face him again in playoffs, then maybe I'll end up bringing Leech Seed. Knockoff is just there to get rid of items on things like Go-Go. And Toxic allows us to catch the Go-Go, which I thought was coming. Although you see it didn't come, unfortunately. And then Gyro Ball is just there because I didn't know what else to put on. Next up is a Ground EMZ Skuntank, and this was the wrong ability that I just found out about. Crunch, Defog, Poison Jab, and Dig. So the 148 in speed, I believe, was there to outspeed. It was either max speed Claydol with a timid nature, or it was modest Primarina. It was timid Primarina. That's what it was. Poison Jab is there to hit the Primarina, and Defog is there only has a removal on his team besides Aerodactyl, which I really didn't want to run. And then Dig is there Dig with the ground easy is there to hit the Alolan Muck, and then Crunch is just there for extra stab. I probably should have put Sucker Punch on this, but I didn't want to get set up on by a sub Latias. And finally is a Yashi Berry Dragon Dance Zygarde. I believe the 60 in speed was there to outspeed. I think it was Pre-Arena. Might have been Pre-Arena. Outrage, Earthquake, Dragon Dance, and Toxic. Outrage is there to catch things like Latias and the Staraptor. Those are his only ground immunities. Staraptor, I believe, gets O-Code after rocks and like an offensive Staraptor. And then Outrage still just hits the Latias. And then Earthquake is there to hit the rest of his team and outside of Go-Go, and then Toxic is there to catch that. We have the 196 in special defense to take on things like Ice Beam Latias, which I was actually really worried about. And I'll go ahead and get into the battle now. Yeah, I believe I can just go here. I'll go ahead and search for Pokemon Organizer. Versus the Tour Squad Blue Jays. Now he brought the Mega Latias, the Primarina, the Infernape, the Staraptor, Claydol, and Mamoswine. So first off, I wanted to, since he didn't bring the Alolan Muck, I wanted to lead off with Skuntank in case he didn't want to lead off with like Claydol or Mamoswine, and the if he wanted to lead off with Infernape and get his rocks up, then I can ground EMZ that and get rid of it from the start. So I'll go ahead and get into the battle here. As I'm gonna go ahead and lead off with my Skuntank, and turn this off just for the sake of it. It's gonna get annoying for both you and me, or probably. He goes ahead and clicks Earthquake. A good thing he didn't take me out there, because if he hadn't, I wouldn't have been able to get rid of this as easily. Or should I say... Actually, no, if he had taken me out there, it wouldn't have been so bad, because if he was choice locked, then he would have been locked into it, and I would have been able to set up on it with Mega Aerodactyl. But at the same time, I wouldn't actually know that. But Choice Scarf and Fernie did make a lot of sense to outspeed Rock Polish, Necrozma, Mega Aerodactyl, Zygarde after Dragon Dance, etc., etc. I decided to go into Entei, and he goes into Latias. As I'm gonna go ahead and protect this and click, or not protect it. I click Extreme Speed just in case he wanted to click like, I don't know, in case he had Refresh, which you will see whether or not he has it. Hint, hint. Since I was locked into it, I wanted to make sure I didn't end up being locked into Toxic while he set up on me. Unfortunately, he didn't end up setting up on me at some point, as I believe I end up switching out here, or the next turn, as he's gonna go ahead and recover spam on me. A lot of this battle is just recover spam with Ferrothorn, so if you want to skip ahead, that's completely fine with me. He's going to go ahead and click recover there, and because this thing had refresh, this thing was a nightmare to deal with. Because I needed him to take me out so I can get him Mega Aerodactyl and click Crunch on it. And then because he had refresh, it was just so much harder to take down. So this is just going to be a Toxic Refresh War. I don't remember what turn this ends, so if you want to skip ahead, then I'll put a time stamp in the comments for the battle and this. So I'm just gonna keep clicking refresh, Toxic and Gyro Ball, and some knockoffs here and there. As Jeff is so annoying. he just keeps clicking recover and recover, and it was unfortunate that that we had a battle this way, but a battle is a battle, I guess. And I'm just gonna click keep clicking gyro ball until I run out, I guess. It probably would have been smarter to sack something off, but I didn't really want to sack anything off. Um, as he's just gonna keep. Well, I probably could have sacked Zygarde. I don't think sacking Zygarde would have been so bad. As he's just gonna go ahead and keep clicking refresh and gyro ball, or not, or refresh and recover. I think I run out of gyro balls at this point, but as soon as he gets to +6, he ends up knocking me out with sword power. Jeff, could you move a little faster? Thank you. I'll go ahead and skip that turn because we all know how this is going to turn out. I'm going to bring it down to 16%, 66%, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, this is a lot of toxic gyro ball, refresh, recover, repeat. I should probably just cut this out, but I honestly don't know how to cut, so it was good on him to bring Calm Mind Refresh with stored power. It makes me think his last move could have been, I don't know what it could have been, maybe Draco Meteor or Dragon Pulse, maybe because of the stored power. Actually, I decided to go ahead and bring a Mega Aerodactyl because I didn't want to deal with this thing anymore, and just decided to click Crunch. So he's gonna go ahead and realize I have Crunch and let me knock him out. He's gonna bring in the Premium Arena, which makes me think it was Scarf, but at the same time I don't really have a switch into this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and try to knock him out with a Stone Edge. I believe he could have been defensive Premium Arena actually to take on things like Entei and Zygarde. By the looks of that damage, it looks like he could have been defensive, maybe mixed defense, mixed offensive. He's gonna go ahead and knock me out with Scald, I believe. Yeah, he knocks me out with Scald. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring in, I believe it was Necrozma, because if Necrozma rock polished up and knocked this thing out, then I literally just swept from here with the Dark Pulse, and then, well, if he Skull Burned, then Ice Shard from Mamoswine could have knocked me out. However, it looks like from the Scald I thought he was gonna be defensive Arena, but he's gonna knock me down to half, but I didn't actually end up calculating it, so I don't actually know. So maybe if he had like a little bit of special attack investment, as I'm just gonna go ahead and wait until he actually ends up clicking the move in the replay. If I clicked Calm Mind, I could have knocked him out with stored power, and then subbed up, or not subbed, and then he would have not then healed up with Skull. Actually, no, he would have just Scald spammed me. Never mind. I decided to knock him out with a Choice Band at extreme speed, and he's gonna go ahead and bring in the Staraptor because he probably realizes that I'm adamant, and even then he could still win a speed tie. So it's going to be a double down with the Staraptor and the Entei. And with that said, I'm going to lose to the combination of Mamoswine plus the Claydol. Because even if the Claydol didn't have Ice Beam, I would still lose. I'm still going to lose to the fact that Mamoswine has Icicle Crash plus the Ice Shard. So that's a little bit unfortunate. We're gonna have a 2-all loss. I'll let this play out just so you guys can see it. I'll just skip. He's gonna be faster than me with Icicle Crash, and unfortunately, because I didn't knock him out without Rage, and he's faster, he's gonna knock me down with Ice Shard. Maybe if he was like a specially defensive Claydol, I could have won, and I was faster. But at the same time, if I were Jelly, then I might not have gotten the damage that I needed to knock him out. But that will be the that will be